So, welcome back to another Sketching in Clay for this Saturday morning creativity. And today, we're going to have some more fun sculpting animals. So, busting out my water-based clay. What I wanted to do today, or what I thought about doing and creating today, is to create a dolphin. So, simple animal creature or simple water creature. And as I was thinking about this, there's a couple different ways that you can consider doing this. You can either start out with a flat piece and think about doing like a wall hanger, and you can kind of, draw on the shape of a dolphin. Should be almost like a moon shape. Add in the fin. Add in the fin at the back. And kind of round out the face. And then also that fin. And you can kind of cut something like that out. And if you wanted to, you could also add in, some water, some waves. And you can actually basically just cut this out and kind of round out this side and up here to make a nice wall piece, and basically follow the same steps that we're going to go through. But for mine, what I wanted to do was to go ahead and actually make it standing up. Or actually, in the round instead of just a wall piece. So, to do this, we start out again with some really simple shapes and kind of rolling up a coil of clay and tapering both ends. And that's going to, I'm actually going to make it a little bit bigger, but that's going to give us our basic shape for this dolphin. There we go. And let's see. So therefore, now you got something that'll be kind of like this. Right? Go ahead and roll up another. Kind of make it a ball of the clay and kind of actually make it into more of a cone shape and flatten it just a little bit. And then we're going to go ahead and shape it. And that is going to go, I'm actually going to have it curve a little bit more. It's going to go right there. And I'm just going to kind of smooth it out. However, since it's a little bit skinny, what I'm going to do is add just a little bit of clay to both sides so that it's more of a rounded fin that comes out of the back. Just like that. And then, of course, for the bottom, we're going to do a couple things. Well, actually, yes, we're going to do the bottom first. So, I'm going to kind of do the same thing, just do it twice. And a little bit too big for this one. But basically you create something like this. Add a little bit in the middle. That's a little bit too big for me. So, simple process to kind of cut it down a little bit. And the other thing is, if you actually want this standing up, I'm going to create some kind of, kind of a splash or something coming out of the water. So, to do that, I just want to make sure that I have a strong base. That way it'll actually hold this piece up. And we'll make it super simple, but strong enough that we don't need an actual armature wire or anything, you know, to support it. Just kind of making sure it's wide or it's stable enough. And honestly, it's going to be coming out of the water, so I'm not sure how much of these fins I'm going to keep or how much is going to kind of be exposed or shown through. And honestly, with that much, the tail would actually be a little bit longer, so I'm just going to have them kind of coming up out of the waves. All right, so one thing is that since this doesn't go too deep, and I got a lot of weight up here, it's not actually, it might take a little bit more to actually hold it up. However, if you have a wooden dowel or a popsicle stick even, snap something like that, and that might actually be a little bit wide. I actually need it to be thinner. So we're going to snap that in half again. Cover up that hole I just made and make a new one. And I'm just going to slide that on there. And what that's going to do is it's going to brace it so that the dolphin can actually stand upright. With these waves, I'm not gonna go too crazy into them, but I'm gonna start just kind of shaping them so that they're kind of splashing outwards. And that'll help, you know, the movement of the piece and actually the dolphin actually coming out of the water. And doing this, just using a rounded tool and just kind of rolling the clay out. I put my finger underneath here and just kind of roll the clay over top of it. That way it kind of splashes out, but yet it still has that thin underneath area. That's good. And now that it's actually standing upright, what I can do is add the fins on the side, which are going to be similar, just a little bit smaller than the back fin. And dolphins, I'm not sure if let's see if the fin actually goes in front of goes in front of the back fin. Way in front of, yes. So this I'm actually going to shift back so it's towards the more of the middle of the back. This comes way up front here. Just like that. And I'm going to do another one that I will match on this side. And then what I'm going to do is kind of dig in a little bit for, actually I'm just going to use a tool to kind of poke in a little bit for where the eyes would be on each side. And actually cut in right after the eyes, because for a dolphin it isn't going to be just a smooth curve all the way to the snout. It actually curves in, and then the snout actually sticks out a lot more. So I'm going to bring that out just a little bit. Use a little bit of clay to kind of build out the cheeks here. And as you can see here, we've already got a basic dolphin started out and prepped and ready to go. And from here, you can do any number of things to whether you decide you want to detail it out, smooth it out, make it a little bit rougher for an artistic piece. You can add more to the waves. You can change the character to actually make it a little bit more cartoony, or you can keep it like this and make it a little more realistic. But again, with this series, the whole idea isn't to show you guys how to sculpt, you know, super detailed and amazing things. This is all about getting started and doing really interesting but also simple shapes and characters and animals and things like that, so that it inspires you to kind of try and actually get started. And I help you guys and get you to a certain point so that you can take off from there and go in any direction that you want. So from here, this dolphin can turn into a cute little creature. You know, make a little bit bigger eyes, give it a good expression on there, add in the mouth. You could make it more of a realistic look. You can attach lasers to its head and make it crazy and sci-fi. You can make it a little zombie dolphin. You could go in more with the waves and do an Asian style waves, like Asian style tattooing. But this is your jumping off point, and this is your point to kind of really get into it and think about, you know, it's a bunch of simple shapes all put together, and because there wasn't a lot of difficult things in it so far, you guys actually got started, and hopefully you guys are impressed with what you were able to make with it. Take these and add a little bit of eyes. Let me grab this tool. Not really even sure how this is going to look, just because dolphins don't really have that big of eyes. Yeah, no, do not like that at all. We have to try that again. So, that didn't really turn out the way I wanted to. Scrape it and try again. No big deal. Do that. So here you go. This is what we were able to create today, and I would love to see what you guys were able to come up with for yourself. Where did you kind of take off from here, and where did your imagination lead you to with this piece? And And the most important thing is, did you guys have fun? Did you guys enjoy it? Hopefully you guys did. And again, this I'm just it's kind of starting to sag just because of the weight of the clay, and it's still super soft. But if you need extra supports, you guys can add some wire in there, or another stick if you needed to, but it'll still be able to hold itself and its shape pretty well. There's our Dolphin for this Saturday creativity. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Please let me know what you guys think if you have any questions or any concerns. And I will talk to you guys next week. Thank you for watching.